bar is your airspeed indicator. That tells you how fast you're moving. This right side is your altimeter. Tells you how high above sea level you are. This whole background is called the artificial horizon. That's going to tell you whether you're pointing up, down, turning left, or turning right. The square in the middle is you. These L shapes on either side of your wings. This magenta cross here is called your flight director. That's what's going to help guide you through your flight plan. If this horizontal bar goes above your square, you're going to take your yoke and pull back. If it goes below your square, you're going to push forward. If this vertical bar goes to the left, you're going to turn to the left. Vice versa. If it goes to the right, you're going to turn to the right. And I'll be helping you with all that. Don't feel like you need to memorize all that stuff. All right. Any other questions before we get started?
Not so far till we crash
right. We are about 8 minutes from our top descent. So if you like, we can let autopilot stabilize us for a bit and go ahead and set that up. All right. So we're going to go down to our flight management computer here. Hit this initial reference button here on the top left. There we go. So this brings up our approach reference page. Our weight at landing is going to be 127,000 pounds. Runway length is 28.04 meters or 91.99 feet for us Americans. Landing speed, I recommend flaps 30 or flaps 40. Benefit of flaps 40 is it brings you in a bit slower. Downside of flaps 40 is it's a bit more wear and tear on the engines and all the aircraft systems. So I'll have you choose either the second button down or third button down to copy. And then we'll paste that into the fourth line down here where it says flaps and speed.
Press it.
Yep. I'm going to set auto brakes to level 3. I'm going to set our speed brake to arm. And we need to tell the aircraft we are ready to descend. If I pull up our approach chart here, it tells me that our mandatory altitude is 1,700 feet. So that's what we're going to put in our altitude window there. I'll have you do that for me. 1,700, not 17,000. Other way.
Oh,
yeah, 1,700.
I'll be there a while.
Yeah, just a bit. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I was just reading through the notes here. Obstacle protection reduced in visual segment. So apparently there's a visual section of this approach, probably close to the runway here, where we might be closer than normal to some obstacles.
Scores.
Should be interesting.
How many times have you crashed in the sim?
Fasten your
It's
seatbelt.
supposed to be impossible, but I have had 2 different clients manage to flip the plane over on landing.
Wow.
Still not sure how it happened.
That's awesome.
We also need to set our minimums. I think for Category C aircraft. Categories of aircraft are based on landing speeds. The slower your landing speed is, the higher your letter category. So Category A is like 0 to 90-ish. B is like 90 to 120. C is 120 to 140. D is 140 to 160. And E is just 160 and above. So because we're landing at speed 139, we're at Category C, which means our minimums are 414 feet. So you could take this knob and just turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it until you hit 414, but that would take a while, so we're going to do it the easy way. We're going to go down to our flight management computer here, hit your menu button, sim options, EFIS, and let's see, it's 414 radio, so you're going to use the number pad down here to type in 414. Then you're going to put that in the fourth line down on the left here. There you go. I'll set mine as well. There we go. And we'll put you on progress. We're coming up on top of descent in about 25 miles. That's right about where we should be there. Yeah. Estimated time of arrival is in about 12 minutes. Everything else looks good. Whenever you're ready to take back manual control, there's no rush. You can do that now, 50 feet off the ground, after landing or never. Your autopilot disconnect switch is over here on the left. You're going to hit that button twice. All right, all yours.
white circle in the middle.
Yep.
So I got to
You
go
want
down
to push
now.
forward.
Okay.
Way forward. Keep going. Don't be afraid to move the control card.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, right?
You got a lot of room to play with. Don't be afraid to use it. Looks like our airport is going to be on that island over there. Turn to the right. Back a bit. Forward. To the right. Coming up on our top descent, throttles are coming back. Back into the left a bit. There's our top descent, throttles are coming back to idle.
So we're essentially a glider right now?
More or less, yep.
Nice.
Engines are still producing like a tiny bit of power, but
Yeah.
mostly they're just free falling.
Gotcha.
Back a bit. And forward a bit. To the left. Pull back into the left, right, sorry. Back into the right. There we go. Forward and to the right. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. Keep going. Keep going. Back a bit.
Wow. You getting sick back there, Ryan?
No, I'm great.
To the left. And forward.
I gave you the hard part.
Forward more.